Welcome back, guys. It's another day. It's another dyno here at ZZPerformance. We got Tommy's LNF on the rollers and it's making some pretty good power. Tommy brought this car to us basically broken. He didn't know what was going on within the transmission. It's a complete customer built top to bottom deal. 257 full swap kit, 5th injector, forged Gen 3, 6-speed, race clutch, quaif, you know, all the cookie cutter parts we love in these LNFs to put together a really good street car. But he had broken something in the clutch or the transmission he didn't know, and he dropped it off to us for some updates, some diag, and some repairs. We dug into it. We found the clutch disc had failed him, so we went ahead and replaced it with our FX500, our Clutch Masters race clutch for the F40, and put everything back together, got a fresh alignment, hit the rollers today. The nice thing about having the car here at ZZPerformance was we were able to go over all the vacuum lines, tidy up a lot of the miscellaneous this and that's that, you know, how we really like to set up these LNFs per Matt. You know, Matt's been working with these for 10, 15 years now. We really have a good way of doing everything. So it's cool that he came here for some clutch updates and also received our full just ZZP treatment on the install, if you would. We kind of went over everything for Tommy and made sure it was dialed so that he could have a turnkey car when it went home. That was really his big thing, is he just wanted to enjoy the car. You start putting together a lot of these parts in your garage and it's easy to get overwhelmed. It's easy to have a lot going on. You run into a failure, it's easy to get discouraged. Thankfully, you know, we lucked out and we got everything back on track pretty easily. Hit the rollers and it made 440 at 28 pounds. Little low on power because there is no cams in this car. It's just a forged Gen 3 with valve springs. So, you know, maybe we in the future talk about doing some turbo Z2s in here and push a little more towards that 500 wheel mark. But really we are sitting right where we wanted to be for getting this car back to Tommy and overall just having a good, reliable street car. The thing's gonna drive like stock, and it's a significant gain over the factory horsepower and a lot of fun to drive. You can't beat the 6-speed 257 combo in my opinion. It's really, really killer setup. It's our favorite. I've said it before, but it is our favorite setup on the LNF. You put these parts together and they just work so well together that it's hard to beat. I think part of the reason we had a issue with the clutch in this car was due to the extremely sticky tires that he has on the front, running our favorite M&H. These M&Hs are really good for a street tire that's gonna hook on a 17 that clears the factory Brembo, so that's super cool. I'm assuming he just grabbed some traction in second or something and hurt that clutch. We really don't see any issues with that Clutch Masters FX500, so. Not to say it wasn't something to do with the install. We did add a spacer for him. So overall, we just kind of tidied everything up and it's a really good car. We're gonna hit the street with it tonight and button some things up. You know, all of our cars that come here, they get a complete dyno session. They get 200 miles on the street. There's no reason why when you come to pick up your install, you can't drive it home. So that's what we're looking for out of this one. We're gonna tidy it up this week, get it back to Tommy. Let us know in the comments what you think about Tommy's LNF here. Would you guys be throwing the chopsticks in it and shooting for that 500 wheel horsepower mark? Would you just be laying low and playing it out at the 440? Personally, I think way too many people get caught up in that 500 wheel horsepower mark and never have experienced a 440 wheel horsepower front wheel drive LNF on the street doing a third gear pull. So I'm gonna suggest Tommy leaves it alone. He put some seat time in it, but you know, we'll be really happy to see him back because I'm sure he will be for that 500 wheel. As always, stay tuned, go fast, not broke. It's your boy, Boosted Bo. You can contact me anytime, bo.c@zzperformance.com. If you guys want your LNF service here at ZZPerformance, go ahead and fill out a service request form at the bottom of the homepage. We can get in touch. Our season's kind of winding down, so if you got a project that's been sitting around and you want us to go over it, get you ready for spring, now's the time to do so. Take care.